Hey everybody, it's Loud Trash Gaming, and today I'm here to talk about what I want for NBA 2K20. To start off, can we get some cheaper VC prices? Are you telling me I have to spend $60 for a game and then pay another $60 to upgrade my character? I mean, a lot of people's been talking about this, but it's ridiculous. I think they need to cut VC prices in half and make more incentives and rewards that give out VC and make everything cheaper. All the clothes cost like way too much. No one could afford it, and just cut down on the price on VC just in general. It's too expensive. No one can afford that. Next thing I would like is make the grind to 99 easier or just get rid of it altogether because they've been doing this for the last 2 years now and I don't think it's been very successful. They did it in 2K18, which was one of the worst 2Ks of all time, and 2K19, which is just slightly less worse than 18. So if they want to have a good 2K20, either, make the grind easier or just get rid of it altogether, which I think is probably even better, because if I have to grind to 99, then I have to play my career every single day because you're not getting any rep reward from Park. Even if it's double my points in VC, then you still have to do my career. Of course, I already know they're still going to make it a bit of a grind, and I think they need to because you don't need a bunch of 99s walking around here. But then again, how many 99s have you seen in your park? Because I haven't seen too many and I play park every day. Next thing I want is please, oh please, fix the servers. I can't emphasize that enough. I mean, what are you running your servers on? Like you say you have Amazon servers, but that's some bullshit, because the servers suck. So Amazon needs to step up their game and 2K needs to make them step up their game. It shouldn't take me 30 minutes to go join a park with my friends, And to speak more on that, when they had the game on sale for like a couple of dollars, even to this day, my team is broken. And the servers are still broken, so cards are not being sold, and you can't collect your MT like you're supposed to be and get the card that you bought like you're supposed to be. You already know if a lot of people start playing 2K, which that's kind of what you want, then the servers aren't going to work properly, which means no one's going to play 2K. And I've even heard the idea of give private parks so you and your friends could play together. And the thing is, that wouldn't even be that big of a concern if my court actually worked. When's the last time you've actually been able to get a game with your friends in my court? I'm waiting, because last time I've done it was never, because you can't. You can never join. Heck, I love watching Troy Dan Gaming, and the first 40 minutes of his stream on his his 2K tournaments is people trying to join my court. Fix your servers and make my court better. Speaking of spending 30 minutes to an hour doing absolutely nothing, let's talk about these 2K records. Get rid of it. Get rid of park records altogether. I mean, just get rid of it because there's no way as an Elite 3 like myself should have to spend 40 minutes looking for one game. I kid you not, I will spend 40 minutes looking for one game because everybody's so afraid to play against good players. And it'll be anybody, everybody, even other Elite 3s are scared to play against Elite 3s because they're so worried about the record. Now, I've heard people say, hey, just make it private so no one else can see it. But even then, you still have to worry about your record. So I say get rid of it altogether. Don't have a record unless it's based on rep. So if, let's say, I play 1,000 park games, right? Then I should be rep whatever. If I play 10,000 park games, I should be rep whatever. So no one's afraid of their record, but it gives you more incentive to play against everybody. I'm telling you, if you just get rid of the park records, then people wouldn't have problems getting in games at park. And another thing they need to get rid of, neighborhood. I understand the concept and what you're trying to do behind it, but there's like 40 people shopping and only 20 people playing on park. Keep that separate. Just keep it separate, get rid of the park records, and everybody could get in a game every time, no problem. Because I'm about tired of spending 40 minutes out of my day and not even play one park game. It's that difficult, especially when you are a good player. I play with my other friends that are good players, and we can never get any player, play against anybody, even against comp. We want to go play against Elite Threes, and they're too afraid to play against us. So stuff like that just gets annoying. Next is the archetype system. Now, a lot of people's been talking about this. They've been saying, hey, go back to the older 2Ks where it was inside-outside balance. We need to balance the archetypes. We need to get rid of the archetypes and just make it where, you get points and then you just upgrade what you want to upgrade. Now, what I think they need to do is keep the archetype systems. I don't think they're broken. I think they just need to be tweaked. Now, I think every build should be able to do everything, but not as good as the next person. So, for instance, if I'm a play sharp, then yes, I should be able to do, make really good plays and shoot threes. That's my primary focus. But then I should also be able to play defense just to a lesser form than other people who are like lockdown defenders. Because if you're a play sharp, there is no defense in your archetype. You cannot defend anything. It's damn near impossible. That's why people complain about, lockdowns can pretty much do everything. They can shoot threes, they can, clamp up everyone, they can slash, they can, the whole nine. I don't think they need to tweak by making other builds worse. I think they just need to make other builds better. Except I think they need the stretch situation. I think that instead of gold deep range Jedi, give them silver. That's a little much. And speaking of the badge system, I hate how if you're 7-3 for instance, alright, if you don't have defensive stopper, you'll never get a contest. But if you're like 5-7 and you have defensive stopper Hall of Fame, then you contest everything unreasonably. I think maybe I don't know if you should get rid of the defensive stopper altogether, because then the lockdown build is pretty much useless. The problem with that is, defensive stopper is the only badge you really need to clamp up anybody. You don't even need to be good at defense as long as you have defensive stopper Hall of Fame. And usually when you have defensive stopper Hall of Fame, you have bruiser Hall of Fame and pick dodger Hall of Fame. So you can pretty much just lock up everybody without the essential skills. So the badges pretty much create this bad skill gap where, I don't have to be good as long as I have badges, because badges bail me out. Just like stretches with the gold deep range Deadeye, you don't have to take a good shot if you have gold deep range Deadeye. Now I think they need to keep that on the guards that have, let's say, sharp in their name, but the stretches that have gold deep range Deadeye, put that down to silver, and then getting contest on them is a lot easier, because the way deep range Deadeye works is, hey, I might gotten lightly contested on you, but with deep range Deadeye, it's open. I've seen some ridiculous shots. If you have deep range Deadeye on gold or Hall of Fame, you can hit anything pretty much, no matter what contest it is, unless it's a lockdown defender with defensive stopper. So I think the badges are the thing that are the most broke, and they just need to make other archetypes better. Next thing I'm talking about is 2K Park events. I don't think they were that bad this year. Last year they were terrible, but this year I think they're a little bit better. Now here's what I have to request. For one, fix boosting. That's awful. You can't play Gold Rush without someone boosting. But to go more into that, I think they just need to create more park events that anybody can play, and you don't have to be a sweaty Elite 3 tryhard, because that ruins the fun for everybody. Like Top Dog, Gold Rush, Ruffles, sweaty Elite 3s. That's the problem. Create more park events where it's like, hey, even the casual gamer can enjoy, like, for instance, House Rules. House Rules was one of my most favorite park events, or even Park After Dark. Those two park events are the example of, hey, you don't have to be a sweaty tryhard to play this. You could be a bum amateur 1 and still enjoy yourself because it's fun, and don't have to worry about dealing with the sweaty Elite 3s. So create more park events like that and less like Gold Rush and Ruffles, then I feel like the park events would be perfect. Next thing I'm going to be talking about is the 1v1 courts. I've been hearing a little bit of talk about that, how they should be doing it. I've heard some people say keep the bigs on a separate 1v1 court as the guards, and I think that's a great idea actually. I think they need to keep it center, power forward, and small forward on one court, and then point guard, shooting guard, next court. I think that makes it the most fair. And I think that makes it fun for everybody, because when's the last time you went to the 1v1 court and seen a guard actually win against the 6'11", 7'1" pure post scorer? Builds like that on the 1v1 court isn't fun for anyone. I don't even think it's fun for the person winning, because I've done it before a couple of times and it's not fun. It's boring. Only reason why people do that is so they can just get their record up, and it's stupid. And don't just keep the 1v1 court in ante up, if they even have ante up next year. I don't know. Keep it, in the general park and have two of them. If you're gonna create that big of a park like you did this year and even last year, then you might as well fill it up with more courts. The problem with that is it might be harder to get a game in, but if you just do the things I said earlier, like get rid of the park records and the neighborhood, then getting in a game should be no problem. Personally, I really think 2K20 is going to be a sink or swim year. Either they're going to be one of the better 2Ks made, or it's going to be one of the worst 2Ks made. And I think if it's the worst 2K made, then people are just going to get fed up and stop playing and stop spending their money on it, because we've kind of gotten tired of 2K in recent years. The last good 2K we've had was 17, and even then it had some problems, but it was one of the better 2Ks made. And when you get back-to-back bad 2Ks, then your next 2K has to be good. This NBA game has to be good. Now, I've been hearing people say boycott it, but no one's going to boycott it, let's be honest. If you love basketball, if you love video games about basketball, then you're going to buy 2K20 no matter what. Whether you spend your time and money after buying 2K20 is how they really make their money. And with all the money they are making, hire more developers. Overworked developers always release a bad game, no matter what. You see what Fortnite is now, and you already know how badly they overwork their developers. For instance, 16 mines put in a room is greater than, let's say, 4 mines put into a room, because that means there is a greater chance that someone will come up with the best idea ever, and then they could put it into the game. Just doing stuff like that, making your employees happy, and then making your consumers happy, makes you more money. That's basic business sense. And I don't know why, but a lot of game developers don't realize that hey, if you can make your customers happy and the people that are working for you happy, then the game's going to be great, people are going to keep spending money, and then that's that. That's it for this video. If you have any viewpoints on 2K20 and like to share them, comment down below and we'll chit chat about it. Thank you for taking the time and watching, and I hope you have a nice day.